Well, Canadians abroad are being urged to get back home as soon as possible, but for some people on a cruise ship right now, that is turning out to be basically impossible to come home. Let's bring in Natasha Fata. She's tracking this story for us right now. So what do we know about this ship, Natasha?
Well, Michael, those Canadians who are on board the MS Braemar are finding it impossible to get back home because the ship itself can't find a dock a port to dock in. So this ship has about over 1,000 people on board, including Canadians, and they are sailing around the ocean waters close to the Bahamas, waiting for some country, some island to say, yes, you can come and dock here and people can disembark. The part of the reason why they're not able to do that and have not been able to for quite some time is because there are 5 confirmed cases of coronavirus on board that ship right now. Add to that, there's 20 passengers and 20 crew members who are also in self-isolation, exhibiting some flu-like symptoms, which could potentially also be a form of COVID-19. So they have been isolated, but in total, the ship has 682 passengers, 381 crew members, and they arrived in the Bahamas region on Saturday. Now, this is a ship that belongs to the British company Fred Olsen Cruise Lines, and they put out a statement saying that no other Caribbean ports are willing to accept the ship because of local sensitivities towards COVID-19 coronavirus. So because people and countries all around the world, including Caribbean countries, are trying to block off their borders, saying, we're trying to contain the situation, that makes things difficult for people on board that ship who want to get off, who need medical assistance. What we know is that the Braemar is anchored about 40 kilometers offshore from the Bahamas, waiting for clearance from the local government so that they can bring aboard food and vital medications for people, as well as 2 doctors and 2 nurses who are preparing to assist the onboard medical team. So you've got a complicated situation there. Most of the passengers are of British nationality, but yes, you also have Canadians, you've got Colombians, Irish, Italians, Swedes. The whole world is on board that ship. You've got over 1,000 people on board, and they don't know when they're going to be able to get back to their respective countries. So in the meantime, until they wait for those supplies to get on, until they wait for the sick people to get off, they've got a situation where passengers are being advised to self-isolate on board the ship themselves, especially if they're exhibiting any kind of symptoms. But we've seen what's happened in the past with other ships. You talk about the Grand Princess, the Diamond Princess, where people just stayed on those ships for a while, and that actually ended up becoming an incubation area for the COVID-19 virus and disease spreading through those cabins. So we'll wait and see how this develops. But right now, 1,000 people on that ship just waiting for someone to say, okay, come on over. So we'll wait and see what happens there.